Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Our meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. We will start the meeting at 7:15 p.m.
My voice is clear? Toastmaster Manoj?
Yes, it is clear. You may please come forward actually if you want. Yeah, I think that is good. I mean,
One second. Yeah, tell me now. My voice is clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. From there also it was clear.
Okay.
You can actually come forward a bit. Not go.
Actually, just 1 second, right? And now, okay?
Yeah,
now,
come forward. Just come forward. Can you stay there? Yeah, I think this is a good location.
Okay.
But again, face on your light is a problem, right?
Today actually I connected. Today I connected my iPhone. Actually, it is not clearly the view and voice is not clear. So that I connected today this one for iPhone. It is also some not clarity is good. But I think my voice is clear.
Your voice is very clear. Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah. But your internet connectivity is having problem.
Hello.
Your internet connected. We can see you now.
It is also a problem.
Good evening, General Evaluator, Toastmaster, Nandu. Good
evening. How are you all?
Good. We have our ex-sergeant at arms joined right now.
Rotate your screen, Toastmaster Arunachala.
The new feature, there is a new feature in Zoom, which is called immersive view. If any speakers would like to share the screen during their meeting, please let me know in advance so that I can give access. If anybody of you would like to share screens, kindly let me know.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Dr. Sundar.
Good evening, Dr. Sundar.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Arunachalam, were you able to check it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. My voice is clear now. Already I checked with Toastmaster Manoj Al-Bukhari.
Oh, very good, sir. Thank you. So I
didn't check for the pin video. But maybe pin my videos, your videos, maybe if you have timer, maybe check it the pin video.
So for example, I will be, if you want, I can spotlight the timer during your speech, right? Who will be doing that?
Sure.
All right. When it is green, by the time it is nearing green, I will spotlight. Otherwise, I will only spotlight you.
I need the spotlight for timer.
So for example, it will come like this.
It's okay.
So this will be exactly how it would be during your speech.
This is very nice for me. Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster.
We have another 2 more minutes. I think meeting leaders are all joining in. The new feature of Zoom is having immersive screen. If you have noted, you can have a theater style approach. Like it will show you the auditorium view and all. Same application in which is there in what is it called? The
Zoom.
Welcome. We have Toastmaster Himayat Rasool.
Grammarian will be joining a bit late. We can start if you are looking for the Grammarian, if the other role players are here. Toastmaster Karthik.
Noted.
Toastmaster Manaz, I didn't have the evaluation.
Toastmaster Salahuddin.
Salahuddin and Hassan Hussain.
Yeah, Hassan Hussain, I didn't get his form, the evaluation.
Can you try calling Toastmaster Salahuddin? Because he is the counter.
I messaged him, he did not respond. Let me call him.
Speaker, Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Sunny.
Good evening, it's 7:15. Shall we start, President?
Yeah, he will join. He just needs the script. I'm just sending him.
You will send it, or do you want me to send it?
You have it ready-made? You can send it. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have it ready-made. I'll send it.
Yep, join. Since all the role players are in, can we start the meeting? President Adams?
Toastmaster Manas, just before you start, you can start the live stream.
It's started already.
Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Welcome to TAJ Toastmasters Club, meeting number 51, Area 6, Division B, District 79. I am Mohammed Mateen, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we begin, let me read out the mission of our Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which every member is empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Please repeat our oath along with me. For better listening, for better thinking, and better speaking, we learn by doing.
Learn by doing.
Thank you. Since we are in an online meeting, members other than role players, meeting leaders, and speakers are advised to mute their microphones during the meeting. However, I request you all to keep your videos on during the course of the meeting. You are urged to applaud using the emojis and through your video. As a general rule, Toastmasters encourage all speakers and role players to speak on any topic except politics, religion, and sex. I hope you will enjoy the meeting as I would. Let me now hand over the control of the meeting to the presiding officer, a great Toastmaster, confident speaker, and exemplary leader, our presiding officer, Toastmaster Manaz al-Bukhari. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mohammed Mateen. Welcome to TAJ Toastmasters Weekly Meeting number 51. I would like to share my screen. I'm just sharing the screen just a moment. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to yet another amazing meeting number 51 of TAJ Toastmasters Club. I am extremely honored to be the presiding officer tonight in the absence of our beloved president, Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai, who is traveling now to Bahrain on official purpose. On his behalf, let me start off this meeting with recognitions, as always. Last meeting, we had a best speaker, and this was none other than Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir. Our best table topic speaker was Toastmaster Mohammed Iqbal Qasim. Our best evaluator was Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramlingam. Our best meeting leader was Toastmaster Salahuddin. And the best of the three was Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. I have a few announcements to be made today. We have certain District 79 recognition which has been announced. It's very simple. If you become dual members before June 30th, with April to September renewal cycle being updated, you will be eligible for a bronze medal, which says Toastmasters Dual Membership Bronze, membership with clubs. You will be offered a Toastmaster Dual Membership Silver if you are a member with 3 clubs. If you're a member with 4 clubs, you will be Toastmasters Dual Member Gold and Toastmasters Dual Member Platinum for those members who are members with 5 clubs or more. It's a great honor, and more than that, it is a great privilege of helping those clubs which need your support, the support of professional Toastmasters like you all. TAJ is always famous for its events, and we are not going back even at the last month of this program year with an amazing event to finish off our program year in style. TAJ has created a best out of waste creativity contest for students, which is chaired by our event chair, Toastmaster Roy Jones, with a great team. Toastmaster Roy Jones has already received a lot of registration. We would still recommend you to share the flyer and the registration details and about this event. You may please share it in your community, to your groups, to your friends, and let all the students who are creative in your circle get the benefit out of it. Yet another District 79 recognition is for those people who have sponsored 5 new or dual members from April 1 to June 30th. They will receive a Toastmasters key ring. It would look very good on your suit. I would decorate, if I were to decorate it on my suit like this. We have a very quick announcement. We have our chief editor for the Q3 magazine of TAJ Toastmasters here. I would like to invite Toastmaster Shijomon right now to release the Q3 TAJ magazine. Toastmaster Shijomon, the stage is yours.
Good evening and thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Manas Al-Buhari. I will share our quarterly magazine, volume 3. Just give me the screen share, please.
You may please share now.
Yes. This is our magazine, the cover page. This is a condense. Total we have 13 articles received. Message from editor, presidential message. And this is our ex-president article. And there is a list of educational award. And another article by our from our Gavel Club, Toastmaster Gauri. One more from Gavel, Toastmaster Janet Sunny. Then from Toastmaster Jijo Koshi. From our president, Toastmaster Mahesh Pillai. From Toastmaster Neetu Radish. From Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. From Gavel again, Toastmaster Alauddin. From Toastmaster Manas. From Toastmaster Abdul Nazir. From Toastmaster Dr. Sundaram Lingam. From Toastmaster Nandu Kotar. Thank you. And the special thanks to XCOM and those who share the article and support for publishing the third quarter. Thank you once again to all. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Toastmaster Manas, you are muted.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shijomon Jose, for this outstanding work. Let's give him a round of applause. What a phenomenal way. This is exactly what is called outstanding leadership. When he presented the Q2 magazine, he asked, being the Vice President Public Relations, he asked me whether he could be given a chance to do the Q3 magazine as well, because he was running out of time. And we had a very important announcement, that is about the final and TAJ annual magazine, which was due. We truly appreciate all your hard works and efforts for making this magazine happen. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shijomon Jose, for all your efforts. Moving further ahead, we would like to announce that we have the chief judge of our TAJ annual magazine. And this is none other than a dynamic Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula. Let's give him a big round of applause and wish him all the success for an amazing release of yet another amazing magazine. I am honored to call him onto the stage and let us hear from him very quickly. Toastmaster Sunil Idikula.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A special thanks to the XCOM first of all to selected me for the annual magazine editor. This is yet another experience for me. As you all know that last year I was the chief drawing competitions chief chair. So it was really a wonderful experience for me. So same way, this is going to be yet another challenge. So as you all know that nobody can do that one-man show. This is going to be a group leaders, because we need to do its collective ideas can do more and more better things. So I will choose a committee for this, because we need to cover all the 2019 to 2020 our years, all the meetings and all the details we need to collect it. So I need a help from some of our TAJ leaders, and we can do it together. An amazing yearly magazine with all details and all the things which is we already celebrated, and all the details we can include it in that. And also we need some editorial things and all the other stories from Gavels and our leaders and everybody. So I need full support from all the Tajins, especially ESCOM also. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Union.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sunil. Wish you all the best, and we have 100% belief and trust in you that you will deliver an amazing, stupendous job. Moving ahead, we would like to call upon any guests out here. We would like to inform everyone to keep your cameras switched on so that we can see each other during this virtual meeting. Do we have any guests here? I can see Sudhir CDE.
Yes, sir.
Kindly please switch. Hi, good. Can you kindly switch on your camera and introduce yourself?
Yeah, this is Sudhir. Actually, my camera not working. Okay. Sudhir, actually, last Fiber Castle, maybe 1.5 years back, I was the part of your group, and my daughter also participated last ongoing event, and going to join for best out of the West also. We registered. Thank you all brothers here, and appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sudhir. Thank you for joining TAJ Toastmasters Club meeting. You are always welcome to join here at any point of time. We would come back to you after the meeting is over to get your feedbacks as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Without further ado, let's proceed on with today's educational session. And for conducting today's educational session, we have none other than Toastmaster Manaz Al-Buhari, which is me. And I would be conducting today's meeting throughout this evening. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be the presiding officer for today. And let me start off this meeting. Today's meeting theme is called Future Back. Have you ever thought what exactly is future back? Let me give it a simple understanding. We just came back from our vacations. Hope you would have traveled to many places. Before traveling to your place or a destination which you wanted to travel, didn't you visualize yourself standing there? Didn't you visualize enjoying that vacation standing there? That is exactly what is called future back. Today, in this meeting, I will be giving you a small 2 techniques to accomplish your dream by doing a future back activity. So let's listen close attention to our meeting tonight and know more about future back during the course of our meeting. Every Toastmaster meeting, we have typically 3 sessions. Today, because of speech durations, we have cut short it into 2 sessions. I will tell you what the 3 sessions are. It's usually a prepared speech session, a table topic session and an evaluation session. Today, what we have taken off is the table topic session. For the prepared speeches, we have few Toastmasters who have prepared very well a great speech according to the project criteria defined by Toastmasters International. And they would be presenting their speech basis the time criteria which is mentioned by TMI. The next session which would happen today is the evaluation session, where these prepared speakers would be evaluated by our evaluators who would listen carefully and give them recommendations and praise them for their great job done. That's how today's meeting is going to proceed. And any meeting to proceed, we would definitely need the support of meeting leaders. We have some auxiliary role takers who would be helping us run this meeting with its charm. Let's listen to the role, what role the meeting leaders are going to take up. And we have somebody who is the counter. Let's listen to Toastmaster Salahuddin, who is the founder of Indian Badminton Club in Riyadh. And we are extremely honored to call him the counter for tonight's meeting. Toastmaster Salahuddin, what would be your role tonight?
Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. The purpose of Ha counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crunch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for a filler sounds, including ha, and I will also note when a speaker repeat a words or phrases such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Back to the Toastmasters of the evening.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Salahuddin. We have a grammarian for today, who is a master's in business administration from industrial engineering, and he is working as a quality assurance head in Saudi Ceramic Company. Let me call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Karthikeyan, to explain the role of a grammarian.
Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening to everyone. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language, out of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. I will give the grammarian report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grammarian, Toastmaster Karthikeyan. And next, we have our word master. Every Toastmaster meeting, we learn a new word. And to introduce our new word, we have a graduate in commerce with a postgraduate diploma in hotel management, who is the ops training lead for Dunkin in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He's none other than Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, who wishes to be a professional speaker. Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, the word master, the stage is yours.
Thank you, presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm good evening. The word of the day is to help fellow members to enrich your vocabulary in preparing your speech. For this meeting, the word of the day is the word procrastinate. Means delay or postpone action. Here are some few examples. If I didn't procrastinate so much, I could get more done Or if you tried to procrastinate less, you probably would have less stress in your life. You are encouraged to use the word of the day as frequent as you could in this meeting. And I will count how often it was used by each speaker. I will provide my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wordmaster. We have our timer. Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, who is the Chief Editor for our TAJ Annual Magazine. Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, would you like to please explain the role of a timer?
Once again, good evening, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. As a timer, I will note the time for the prepared speeches and the evaluations. I will also alert each speakers of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and the red cards, which will be monitored the timing device. And all the speeches and all the speakers and the evaluation, the speakers have 30 seconds to wrap up their presentation after the red card. So please note that timing device which is connected to our screen. And back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula. We have our vote counter, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. Will you please explain your role as a vote counter?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends, warm good evening to you all. As your vote counter, I'll help you not to procrastinate selecting the best speaker, the best meeting leader, the best evaluator, and the best of big three. So working future back, we have already designed the Google Forms for the voting. And as and when the role player is called for the election, I'll be sharing the voting link through the Zoom chat, and you can select the best speaker, meeting leader, evaluator, or the best of big three, whom you feel perform their role to the best of their abilities. I will not be voting until and unless there is a need to break a tie. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
So thank you very much, vote counter, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. As we are running late by 2 minutes, I don't want to procrastinate by talking and beating around the bush about future back, but definitely you will listen to more about future back in between intervals when our speakers give us time. Okay, to start off with, we have our prepared speakers. And the first speaker for tonight is presenting his Level 5, Project 2, Strategic Relationships. Let us listen to our speaker's evaluator on what criteria he will be evaluated in his speech tonight. Let's listen to Toastmaster Nandu Kottarat, who will be evaluating our speaker tonight. Toastmaster Nandu Kottarat.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, every Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and my dear friends. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. The member completing this project has been working to build the skills necessary to engage an audience for an extended period of time. About this speech, the member will deliver an engaging keynote style speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The member should demonstrate excellent presentation skill and deliver compelling content. The speech is not a report on the content of the prepared to speak professionally project. At the end of the speech, you have a Q&A session. I request all of you to participate in this session. The speech title is Money is Like Fire. Handle it wisely. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
I was asking, thank you, Evaluator. I was asking our speaker, what exactly is his future back dream? Everybody have dreams. I was surprised to hear that he said, Manas, I've accomplished all my personal dreams. Wow. you need to have a big heart to tell that, okay, I am now dreamless. I have finished. I have fulfilled all my dreams. Thank God. But then I compelled him to explain what is left. So he said, my next dream is to work for the accomplishment of others' dream. What a future back dream. And I'm sure he would have started working to help others accomplish their dreams. Let us listen to our Area 6 director, who have recently sponsored a club and made me the mentor of the club, believing in me. He is the one who we have heard a lot as the second father of TAJ Toastmasters Club, or the second founder of TAJ Toastmasters Club, after the one who have sponsored TAJ Toastmasters Club, who have brought TAJ to such limelight. Let me call upon Toastmaster Sunny Kuruvula, as the stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for an inspiring introduction. Money is like fire. We can cook any dishes using fire. We can enjoy amazing fireworks. We can also destroy unwanted things using fire. We cannot imagine a world, even for a single day, without fire. But if we don't use it wisely, if we don't handle it with care, it can destroy everything, including us. Money is like fire. If we don't handle it, if we don't spend it wisely, it can destroy us. Toastmasters and guests, an exuberant greetings to you all. This young, elegant girl of 11 years, very smart, not only in studies, in sports, in arts, and everywhere, a very charming girl. Number one in everything. And she was classmate for my younger brother's daughter. Even though she is only 11 years, by this time, she has acted in 2 commercial movies. And she is from an elegant, high-scale Brahmin family, the only child of 2 professional parents. This is that girl. But this girl is no more. Few weeks before, one person, not a person, a devil took her life. She was strangulated by that devil. When blood was oozing out, he covered her with a blanket. Still, he did not allow her to go. He kept her body up to car, took her lifeless body to the river bank, and removed, you cannot even visible, a small earring, both of them, and thrown the body to the river, sold those 2 tiny earrings, and purchased liquor with that money. He drove his car to a nearby state. When money is over, he sold that car, which is worth more than 10 lakhs for 50,000 rupees. He used that 50,000 rupees for gambling. That also lost. After a few days, police caught him bare hand. He was out of his senses. Not at that time. Long time ago. Dear Toastmasters, money is like fire. If we don't use it, it will destroy everything. This girl is no more. Her name is Miss Vaiga Sanu Mohan. And this girl, her family was destroyed by money. Her father, he loved luxury, spending on liquor, on drugs, or you name it, gambling. He sold all possible assets, mortgaged, ornaments, and he started borrowing from all angles. Finally, his creditors were chasing him, threatening to kill him and his family. And this is what at the end he did. Money is like fire. We cannot live without it. We all are here in Saudi Arabia, working or doing something or getting money for ourselves and our loved ones. There is no problem about that thing. We may not be able to get happiness from the way we collect money or earn that money. But for sure, we will be able to get happiness and satisfaction the way we obtain that money and how we spend it. I have few tips for how to spend money or how to handle our money. Are you ready to listen? Thank you. The first tip is, don't care about the impression of others. Buy for you what all you need. But it is not because of the other people also have this one. Don't look at others. You buy a car, which you need. You buy a house, which you need. It's not like that what others are doing. So don't spend anything just to impress others or just to be like somebody else. And my next tip is, be positive. It is not Toastmasters positive, accountants positive. Don't spend if you don't have that money. Maybe you are expecting something will come tomorrow, maybe after 1 week, after 1 year. Let it come. It is good. Be positive. But spend it when it reaches your pocket. Go by the weight of your pocket. Don't buy optimism. My third tip is, reduce personal loans. Remember, I'm not saying avoid. Reduce. We need a car. We need a house. We need some bare minimum to carry on our life. If we have money, go for Benz, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and if 10,000 square feet house, no problem. it's good. But if we don't have that thing, I'm not saying accumulate all saving and you start buying when you are 70 and maybe after 1 year, 2 years, pass it to your next generation and go. But you go for the minimum, which you can afford. Now, very interesting thing. Many places you see 0%. Some of the advertisement, they will say that if you take a loan from us, no interest required, but we will give you some gift. Are we out of our mind? Banks growing this side, number of floors increasing, and bank people, they become fat like this, growing this side. It is, don't fall into this type of traps. We need to use brain that nobody is going to give us something for our satisfaction. Only Toastmasters will do that thing. That also for speaking, not with money. Now, there's a new trend nowadays. 2 weeks before, my son, who is doing his +2, approached me and he said, I want to go to UK for my higher studies because my friends are going there. I told him, what are you going to study there? ACCA, which you cannot study from here. No, there it is much better. And I will get awareness about the area and I will be able to get job very fast. I told him, you study here and go there at my expense for 6 months. I will sponsor that thing. 6 months, you stay in UK and be familiar with that area, not now. But some parents, they cannot resist. They mortgage their house, maybe 10 cents and house, borrow money from bank, and they send their children to foreign countries, Canada, UK, Australia, you name it. Some students will succeed. They will reach their objective. But most of them, because of the change in atmosphere, they start rocking. And finally, their parents will be like a rock in back home and struggling with their banks. And show it off. When I went to India a few days back, not days, almost 1 year before, I wanted to become a partner with somebody. When discussion was going, he said, oh, one of my close friend is in Saudi Arabia. He is having 4 supermarkets, 2 restaurants, and 1 workshop. Oh, great. There are so many people like that. End of the day, he gave me his mobile number and it looked something similar to what is having in my mobile. And it turned out that he is a workshop owner staying the ground floor of my house in a 4x4 workshop, 4 meter by 4 meter, working from morning 7 o'clock to evening 12 o'clock, cooking in the same room and sleeping in the same room. No worker, no employees. He is the owner, he is the worker, and he is everything. But back home, 4 supermarkets, 2 restaurants, and 1 workshop. Anyway, I did not share with my friend or that partner that this man is like this. Is not my problem. Don't show off. Let us face the reality. And another case, back home in our city, there were 3 carpenters. They have a small property in the city and they were going every day for work, coming back in the evening and having normal life. However, one of those carpenters got an opportunity in Gulf. He went there, worked some time, and he got some money. After 2 years, came back. What he did is demolished the old house. They decided to make a 3-floor house for each brother separately. Demolished and started the ground. By that time, money is over. He borrowed some more money from money lender and started construction, but they could not complete it. It was lying like that. After 1 year, that money lender took that property and he completed it and he used it as his residence. And these carpenters lost their house and they were compelled to go very far and create or construct a small house. Be optimistic in your thinking, but when you are spending, be pessimistic. If you are entering in for some expenses for 100 reals, keep 110 in your pocket because there are some contingencies. We need to be prepared for that thing even before we start. Be optimistic in thinking, but very pessimistic in spending. Money we earn is not success. It is just a token of our success. Few years before, my general manager called me to his room and he said, "Honey, you are very good. We need people like you. This thing, that thing." And he was making me up. I understood what is the reason is he want to say that your increment is less. I told him, "Sir, with respect, sir, that age is gone. When somebody says Sunny is good, my head used to hit the ceiling. That was those days, not now. Now I know what is my value is what it comes in my payroll. So please stop talking about all these things. If you want to do something, focus on that area. Only that area will work." Reason being, money is token of our success, not success. By the way, don't think that Sunny is against bank loans. I am in favor of bank loans. Go for it. If you are not taking a bank loan, think about that today. Take bank loan and acquire some productive assets. Maybe some business, maybe a property, maybe something which is productive, which can give you a sustainable return. I constructed my house 2 years before. It is still not completed, but mostly completed. At that time, price of steel was 44 rupees per kg. Now it is 70. I paid maybe bank interest 20%, but I am saving 70% in the price of steel. Everything is going to go up. At that time, labor was 700. Now it is 1,100. So I am not saying don't go for bank loan. Go for bank loan for productive assets. From there, you can get a return, repay the loan with interest, and when you are old in age or you don't want to work, you can sit back and you will get a sustainable income. Go for bank loan again for productive purpose. At least if anything goes wrong, we can sell that thing and get rid of this burden. Now, money is like fire. Handle it with care. Use it wisely. Otherwise, it will destroy everything. As the last thing, I have a picture which I would like to show. Here, what it is it visible? First one is, there are so many outflow. Only one inflow, so many outflow, and you cannot see water in that one. It is empty. And that bucket, you can see that it is frustrated. It is doesn't know how to move forward. So it is afraid, stressed, and it cannot survive. And second one is, it is little more balanced. He's a smart guy. He is balancing, but he is also facing some sort of stress. And look at this picture. Third one, which is his outflow is less, his inflow is more. He is relaxed, a stress-free life. This is what we need to shoot for. Whatever we make, if you make 100, spend only 90. 10 we will save for our future, unseen future. To this, I am available for questions. No questions? So you
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
You mean to say we should not be spending money and saving it? Is that what you are saying?
I hope I did not mention that thing. I never used the word of saving.
Okay.
In the beginning, maybe just I try to emphasize spend based on the weight of your pocket. What I mentioned, go for Benz, then go for Audi, go for BMW, if your pocket allow you to do that thing. But don't borrow money and do that thing. Borrow money only for the minimum things. Is I answered question?
Yes,
Saving, yes, it is required, but that is not the criteria. Balance payment as well as receipt. If receipt is less, reduce payment. Equal, balance.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Toastmaster Sunny, can I ask a question?
Yeah, please, everybody encouraged. And only the time criteria, I cannot see the, yeah, please go ahead, time is there.
You said if you earn 100 rupees, spend 90. I want to ask, being a chartered accountant, what is the percentage of salary which a person should save? And second question is, there is a saying that make your savings and expenditure and then spend what is remaining. I want your answer on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. Life is very short. Whatever we accumulate, we cannot take it with us. We are tourists in this world. We need to enjoy that thing. What is my purpose? There is no definite criteria for your saving. There is no criteria for your spending, but only one criteria: spend only what you have. So whatever gives you satisfaction, that is the criteria. Everybody, it is different. You spend money, but look from where it comes. That is the only criteria. Forget about saving. Let us have a stressless life. Be relaxed, be weightless, enjoy this beautiful world for us and for others. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sunny Gurula, for that awesome speech. It was really enlightening for all our Toastmasters. Let me go into my subject of future back before I get into the next speaker, just to give you a quick round of thought process about future back. I went to Al-Ula. Al-Ula is a very tourist spot in Saudi Arabia of utmost historic importance. I went to Al-Ula alone for an official trip because we have a Dunkin' there. And when I saw Elephant Rock, I had this dream in my mind that I should bring my family there. I started dreaming about a picture which me and my wife together would take in front of that Elephant Rock. From there, I started thinking about that moment when we will go together with my family to that place and start taking a picture. This is exactly what is called future back. Now, with that picture in my mind, whenever anybody talks to me about vacation, I always say, let's go to Alula. So when I got a time, I planned for it. I started talking about it. I wanted my dream shared. I shared my dream about going to Alula to a lot of people. And that thought process become a group thought process, and which made this dream come true. It's very simple. We will explain about this future back strategy with two tools, which I will explain after the speech of our next speaker. The next speech is on presentation mastery level 1 project 2, where he would be performing his second speech. And for evaluating the speaker, we have a very brand new evaluator, who after completing this evaluation will be a qualified evaluator. I wish him all the best to the speaker and the evaluator, and I call the evaluator to explain the criteria of the speaker. Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, please explain the criteria.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. My speaker, Toastmaster Jabir Ali, going to deliver his L1 Project 2 second speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate that he has applied the feedback received from his last speech. The speech length will be 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title will be The Power of Joy. I wish good luck to my speaker, Toastmaster Jabir Ali. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shakir. He just reduced my task load of introducing the speaker, but a mechanical engineer graduate from the state of Tamil Nadu, a beautiful town called Theni. He is supply chain manager with over 17 years of experience in his profession and working with Al-Fanar Electrical Systems. He's married and have 2 beautiful daughters. I asked him about his future back dream, and he said his dream is to start a B2B company to achieve an excellent service and touch end users' heart across the world. So I asked him, what is B2B? He said it is a platform to connect quality suppliers with buyers across all industries and organizations. It's a business to business dream of his. Wish you all the very best. Accomplish your dream. And let us listen to the power of joy from Toastmaster Jabir Ali. The stage is yours.
Pleasure is you. You are also the one who searches for pleasure. Is a popular quote from Bhagavad Gita. Yes, these golden words teach us to celebrate with our family small joys in this beautiful little life. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, warm good evening to all. Today, I am going to share with you all the power of joy through the speech. On his deathbed, Alexander the Great summoned his generals and said, I will depart from this world soon. I have 3 wishes. Please carry them out without fail. With tears flowing down their cheeks, the generals agreed to abide by their king's last wishes. My first wish is that the best doctors should carry my coffin. The king said. After a pause, the king continued. My second wish is that The wealth I have accumulated, money, gold, precious stones, should be scattered along the procession to the cemetery. The dying king continued. My third and last wish is that my hand should be let loose, hanging outside the coffin for all to see. One of his generals, who was surprised by this unusual request, after kissing his hand and pressing it to his heart, said, "O king, we assure you that all your wishes will be fulfilled. But could you please enlighten us on why you have such strange wishes?" At that time, Alexander took a deep breath and said, "First, I want the best doctors to carry my coffin to demonstrate that in the face of death, even the best doctors in the world have no power to heal. Second, I want the road to be covered with my treasure so that everybody sees that material wealth acquired on earth stays on earth. Third, I want my hands to swing in the wind so that people understand that we come to this world empty-handed and we leave this world empty-handed after the most precious treasure of all is exhausted, and that is time. Time is the most precious treasure of all because it is limited. We can produce more wealth, but we cannot produce more time. When we give someone our time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. Our time is our life. Dear friends, we have to laugh and live. That laughter will give us an inspiration to achieve our goal. The person who is happy in his mind has a smile on his face. That smile on our face is not only will make us happy, but also those around us express the happiness with our laughter. Happiness is one kind of experience. Similarly, sadness is also another experience. For people who don't have peace of mind and clarity, even happiness will appear as an experience of sadness. A father belonging to a middle-class family had 6 daughters. They were all of marriageable age. Just worrying about their marriage, he suffered a heart attack. He was admitted to a hospital. There was news of his winning $1 million in a lottery on the same day. His wife worried as to how to break this good news during this crisis. She requested the doctor's help. The doctor undertook the task by using psychological methods. He slowly asked the patient, "Hello, Kumar. What would you do if you win $100,000 in a lottery?" The patient replied, "Doctor, I shall get my eldest daughter married." The doctor continued, "If you get $200,000, he said, I shall get my second daughter also married." "All right, if you get $1 million, the doctor asked. "Oh, come on, doctor, where will I get this lucky chance? In case that happens, definitely I will give you $300,000, promised the patient. This unexpected happy news precipitated a heart attack for the doctor himself, and he died. no matter what happens, how many hardships we suffer, we have to accept that this will pass and celebrate the small success of our life and celebrate the success of wife and children, friends. We have to keep our mind to be always happy by reading, by praying God, reading favorite music, listening favorite music, going to favorite places, doing meditation and yoga. This will bring us, this will calm our mind and will bring us enormous joy and power to achieve all success in our life. Back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jabir, for that awesome speech, which created a mood in all of us. Thank you very much for creating that mood. I was talking about future back, and I said I would tell a tool to accomplish that future back tool, future back dream of ours. And this tool is called raising the placard. The first tool is called raising the placard. You know what is a placard? Where we go for strike, we raise a placard. The same way, I remember our VP membership said he would reduce 10 kg of weight. This is called raising the placard. In the group, all of a sudden he announces that, okay, this is my dream, I'm going to reduce 10 kg of weight. This arouses curiosity amongst a group, and they follow him and ask questions to him. Hey, what happened to your 10 kg weight? Which acts as a tiger behind the back in accomplishing the dream. So this is one good tool. If you're afraid or if you're skeptical that something will not happen, don't procrastinate further. Just go ahead and raise the placard. And definitely good things will happen to you. Our next speaker lined up for today's meeting is very special, and he's doing his presentation mastery level 1 project 2, his first speech after his icebreaker. To evaluate him, we have another amazing evaluator who is lining up for being a qualified evaluator in TAJ Toastmasters. For her first evaluation, let me call upon Toastmaster Neetu Radish to explain the criteria of the speech. Toastmaster Neetu, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. Today, my speaker is having his L1 P2 speech, first speech, evaluation and feedback. And his topic is First Thing First by Stephen Covey. And the purpose of the speech is the member has to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback from the evaluator, and apply the feedback to the second speech. I wish him, the speaker, very best. And back to the Toastmaster.
It was indeed a pleasure to meet somebody from the field that I am working in, service. And tonight's speaker is a Master of Philosophy in Applied Microbiology and Industrial Biotechnologist. He is a professional with over 18 years of experience in food quality control, and is an expert in manufacturing of beverages, ghee, water, ketchups, mayonnaise, tomato paste, essence, colors, marination, etc. He's a certified green belt in Lean Six Sigma. He has worked in India, Oman, Cameroon, and Saudi Arabia. Currently, he's a production manager with Mama Sauce Factory for food industries. He's a passionate singer, an artist. He loves acting and mimicry. His dream and ambition is to become a scientist and a good public speaker. With happily married, he is having 2 sons and a very newborn daughter. It's when I asked him about his dream and ambition, he said that he wants to be a good public speaker, and I wish he is on a stepping stone towards accomplishing his dream. And let me invite Toastmaster Mohammed Iqbal Qasim. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Can you hear me, sir? Can you
Loud
hear
and
me?
clear. Loud and clear.
whenever I want to talk to the people, I spend 2/3 of my time thinking about what they want to hear, and I spend 1/3 of my time thinking what I am going to speak. This is the famous words from Abraham Lincoln. I went one step ahead of Abraham Lincoln by thinking more than two-thirds of my time thinking what you want to hear from me. Good evening to all of you, Toastmasters of the day and Toastmasters of the evening. My topic for today is put first things first. First things in life is always special. First birthday, first day to school, first day to college, first friends, and first love. Everything is special. Out of this, a statistic says among the world population, 33% of our people are badly stressed. Don't ask me who are that 67% lucky. Those may be your wife, maybe your boss, anyone. Fine, welcome to the hardest topic, put first things first. What is put first things first? How can you do it? Wise men always put first things first and last things last. They put family priorities at the first, and then they give priorities for their sports or their free time. That's why they are called wise men. If you start prioritizing your things and set up your activities, for sure you are going to achieve this strategy and this habit from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Just keep away all your tiny small things in your life aside and plan for the biggest, largest goal, which is going to give you a warm happiness in the end of the end. Let's go into the 4 quadrants and you try to find out in which quadrant you are. The quadrant number 1, the procrastinator. This person, the person in this quadrant is a headache. He thinks everything is urgent. He starts thinking everything is important, and he puts everything pressure on him. Say for example, you left all your exams. Tomorrow is your exam, and you did not prepare anything. At the last moment, you started cramping your books, and this is called procrastination, and we all do that. At the end, you think that you have done a great job. At the end, you are 0. If you start continuing same like this as a procrastinating, you will lose one day your value. You will get more stress when you follow procrastinating, quadrant 1. The quadrant number 2 is this important quadrant of quality and leadership. He is a prioritizer. What he does, he plans for his future, and he starts keeping away all the small things and tiny things in the back and bringing forward for him all the big things. They call this as big rocks. Focus on the big rocks. If I can say as a right example or perfect example, imagine yourself as a jar. If you start putting big rocks into it first, the small things automatically fill into the gaps, and at last the pot looks, or the jar looks like a filled pot. It's pretty much like how urgent things take away your life, comparing your much important task in your life. When you start following this quadrant 2, that is the prioritizing the things, you will feel from inside you have done something great. The third quadrant is the yes man. Here when I say yes man, women no need to feel like I am not being mentioned here. It's belonging to you also, yes man and yes woman. Who is this yes woman? He never says no to anybody. He do all unimportant things here. And he don't know what is important, what is unimportant. He puts everything, he clashes everything. A best example here, a survey says, a normal worker spends time in checking his he's checking his email 50 times a day and his social media platform for 77 times in a day. And all this during the working hours. He don't know what is priority, he don't know what is urgent. If you start continuing in this group, you will lose your power. The fourth quadrant is the fourth quadrant is the wasters quadrant. Okay, he don't have anything for urgent, he don't have anything unimportant. All those things fall into this group. And you feel guilt at the end if you are still in this group. So now we are here, you know what are the 4 quadrants, and you understand in which quadrants you fall into. If you are in quadrant 2, keep it up, best of luck. Always follow 3 Ds. Do it, delegate it, delete it. Best of luck and put first things first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed Iqbal, for that awesome speech on putting first things first. Upcoming next is an amazing Toastmaster who have created history in TAJ Toastmastering, TAJ Toastmasters. And let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammed Mateen, to explain the criteria of the L2P1 speech of his leadership development pathway.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Once again, our speaker tonight, Hassan Hussain. The speech title is Meeting Deadlines. I would not want to procrastinate further and be the future back like him. The purpose of the project is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns. The member will deliver a well-organized speech about any topic. The member may choose to speak about a time management experience he or she completed during the project. The speech may be humorous, informal, or any type of member's choosing. The speech should not be a report and the content of the managing time project. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Evaluator. Staying in Saudi Arabia for the past 8 years, the speaker is currently working as a quality control manager in MEFC company in Riyadh. He's a certified QMS ISO lead auditor and has the privilege of serving as president of Students Union during his engineering college days. He still remembers that, and that's the reason why he would be working as a club officer in one of our Toastmasters club in the recent upcoming program here. He joined Toastmasters very recently to develop and explore his leadership skills, and now he is giving away his leadership skills and his strength to all other Toastmasters, where he have showcased that history can be created in very short time, where he completed his pathway within a span of 4 to 5 months. I mean, it was amazing knowing you and listening to you. Let's invite Toastmaster Mohammed Hassan Hussain from Darbhanga city of Bihar India to present his Leadership Development Level 2 project on. The stage is yours.
Time is only one thing in your life that you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. Fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guest, a warm good evening to all of you. Today, as we are sitting here to learn about the future banks, how we can imagine, how we can create our dreams and let it come true without procrastinating it. We all know the time is flying. This is bad news. That time is flying and we cannot catch it. But let me tell you the good news, what it is. Indeed, the time is flying, but we are the pilot. Remember, today, the purpose of my project is to illustrate how I used to manage my time. Before I go to deliver about the techniques what I use, let me put it away. Why it is important to manage the time. We all would have certain reasons. Let me put the major reason what we can face during our work life, our family life, if we don't manage the time properly. In our profession, if we don't manage our task properly, on time, we will be missing deadline. That will result into our professional performance. And surely, we will be not feeling bold enough. We will not be feeling confident enough. Due to failing multiple times on the given deadline, of course, that end up resulting us being stressful. Many of times, we are not able to finish our duty, our work in our offices. What we usually do, we will get overloaded. We bring back our work back home. We are still busy and we are wasting, we are occupying our family lifetime as well. And that is leading towards stress, towards unhappiness, and we are fully drawn of our work. We lose interest in our work. That is why it is very important to maintain and manage our time. Now let me tell you what are the techniques I use to manage my time. I still remember I was given a project by my ex-general manager in my company, and the deadline given to me was just 2 days. I have to produce a sample paper, sample product that was to be sent to United States laboratory for the testing, and within 2 days, I was required to prepare the sample test plan, produce the sample, apply all the required testing to get it qualified, and then get it ready to ship. What I did actually, it was quite difficult as an individual. It is quite difficult for you to meet that particular task in a short span of time. What I did is, I called my team, I planned all the action points, I distributed the task, allocated to all my team one by one. Hey, Mr. X, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours. And this is the time allotted for each one of you. And I still remember, I was there in office that day till 11 p.m. following each one of my team and close coordination to all. And I proved it, that task, to get it done before the deadline, early morning on the last date. I delivered it to my general manager that this is ready. This gives me a feeling of satisfaction and feeling of accomplishment. The same way, fellow Toastmaster, I would like to illustrate these few tips that you may also utilize in your work life to manage the time. First is, try to list out whatever work you have in the whole day to do every morning. Prepare a list, not necessarily in a priority manner, just prepare whatever you have the task, list it down. And then after that, plan it. Before you execute, plan how you will do. And once you are done with each task, keep ticking out. Why I'm saying to keep ticking out? It will give you moral satisfaction. Once you complete a certain task, cross-check. You will feel satisfied that something I accomplished. And this will give you more energy to tackle next task. So first, make list and then plan for it. And learn to delegate. Do not do everything on your own. Nothing is one-man show, I used to repeatedly say. If the leader is the one who is a good team player, what we say, team is what? Together everyone that achieves more. So always try to delegate the task among your team. Keep trust on your subordinate. Then only you can get multiple tasks get done in a short span of time. And in these technological days, we always say about multitasking. I don't believe in that. Do not distract yourself doing multiple things in same time. It will just destroy your time, destroy your energy, and you will get nothing done perfectly. So better take each task one by one, let it complete, then go to next. So these are the 4 tips how you can manage the time. Listing that, planning to how to do, and then try to delegate the task among the team and do not use multitasking. What are the benefits you will get by managing this time is same. If you remember what I said to you, why it is important to manage the time. If we don't manage the time, we are missing deadlines. So it will help you to meet the deadline. It increases the stress if we don't manage the time. So if you will learn to manage the time, you will be stress-free, as well as it will boost your confidence and it will improve your performance. So fellow Toastmaster, let us not procrastinate ourselves. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed Hassan Hussain, for that awesome timekeeping samples which you have enlightened us. Without procrastinating further, I would like to call upon our next speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Karunakaran, to explain the criteria of our next speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, my speaker's speech objective is, my speaker will attempt to define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and my speaker will share his previous experience as a protege. He's doing his L2P3 project, and speech title will be shared by our Toastmaster of the evening. I congratulate my speaker to give the rocking performance. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Evaluator, Toastmaster Karunakaran. Nice seeing you after a long time. My speaker tonight is doing his project Pathways Level 2, Project 3. And he's coming from Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu. He's working as an associate professor in medical bacteriology at the King South University. And his research field is multidisciplinary sciences. He has published more than 175 scientific articles in his research area. It's too much, too long. I can't even imagine. And he have been living in Riyadh for over last 9 years. And his dream is to think and to write. What a fantastic dream. Let us invite Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam to speak on speech title, which is My Parents, My Mentor. The stage is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
In our entire life, everyone need at least one great life mentor, because every great achiever is inspired by a great mentor, said Laila Kipti Agita. Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmasters and wonderful guests, good evening to all. A mentor may share with mentee information about his or her own care path, as well as provide the guidance, motivation, emotional support, and role modeling. A mentor may help with exploring careers, setting goals, developing contacts, finding resources. Every person decide at least one mentor in their life. Do you know why? Because they will give you advice and inspiration that will completely change our future. Life mentors include not only the professional we think of, such as teachers and coaches, but also regular peoples in our life. They can guide with us their experience, since they also pass through the same scenario. Their experience and struggles, they can guide us a right moment that will be a life-changing for the mentee. In my life, I have 3 mentors that guide me my personal as well as my professional life. The first and my best mentor for my parents. They always guide me from my childhood to my adulthood, from my wrong path to my right path. They are always ready to help me. Whenever I start traveling, then parents are guide how to stand on my feet. When I was a young, there is always moral support for my parents. They always told me, Arun, do what you want, reach your dreams and make you proud. Whenever I was not able to decide something, my mother is back to say that, do your heart to say, because it will not guide you a wrong direction. In second mentor for my professor, he is an unforgettable person. Never I need advice. He helped during my university life. My professor is there to help me and to promote a vision in me that when you need me, I am here. Do you know that one Japanese proverb, better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day to great mentor? Yes. After my parent and teacher, my third mentor, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. Now I am in front of you because of my great third mentor. He is a very knowledgeable and excellent communication abilities. He always give me a honest and a positive feedback. He not ever procrastinate to give the guidance and motivations. He is a great role model as a mentor for my Toastmaster pathway. Throughout this Toastmaster path, I will be becoming a mentor in near future. If I were to take on the role of a mentor, first and importantly, I must be available in my mentor always. I will give the confidence and establishment to positive attitudes to all the times. I never procrastinate to encourage and professional skills and share my knowledge to assist my mentee in achieving success. Dear friends, teamwork is something different which we can achieve in anything if the team members trust each other. There are many famous peoples in the world who said the goodness of the beautiful teamwork. According to the Kelly Keller, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. So my dear great Toastmaster, procrastinate your struggles and we will work together with our mentor to bring our TAJ Club to the top of the world. Back to great Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, for that awesome speech on mentoring. May I check with the timer whether our speakers are qualified?
Yes, sir, all are qualified.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sunil. Dear vote master, kindly share the voting link in our chat box so that we may vote the best speaker. While the voting is going on, I would like to call our general evaluator to conduct our next session, which is general evaluation. For today's, for conducting today's general evaluation, we have an outstanding leader. He has just completed one of the last criteria of meeting up with a distinguished Toastmaster project. That is a youth leadership program. With that, I think he is one step ahead of his future work dream of being a distinguished Toastmaster. He is a club coach of Diplomat Toastmasters Club, finance analyst in Hoshanko group of companies, a big enthusiast of TAJ Toastmasters, a person who have a lot of future back dreams, and he looked forward to have an amazing dream, a relaxed, retired life. That is his dream, and wish his dream come true very late, because we want to be with him, listen to his strategies and ideas in this beautiful city. Let's give a round of applause for our general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Nandu Bhattarat. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, for a generous introduction. Once again, good evening to all Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends. Now, do you believe the evaluation is so important? Either it may be in our life or maybe in the Toastmasters. Yes, for me, it is very important because this is benefited to the evaluator as well as to the speaker. It will improve the evaluator's listening skills. At the same time, the feedback from the evaluator will help the speaker to improve his potential areas. I don't want to procrastinate this meeting very long. So let me go directly to my objective today. As usual, we have a 3 segment for the general evaluation, prepared speech evaluation, then meeting leaders report, and general evaluator report. Timer, please note that all the evaluation will be 2 to 3 minutes and maximum 30-second grace period for the evaluator. Now, let me directly go to the prepared speech evaluation. The first speech is delivered by Toastmaster Sunny Kurula, is going to evaluate by yours truly, none other than myself. Thank you, General Evaluator. Money is like fire. Handle it wisely. What a great thought. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sunny Kurula, for completing your level 5, project 2. Give him a round of applause. He captured all the audience with a story. When I saw his facial expression, it was very, very, sad. I feel very sad. I was not listening. I was living with his speech on that particular portion. How brutally killed a child for 50,000 rupees. That was very heart-touching story. And his voice modulation, he used the voice modulation up and down. That was well connected. And facial expression was excellent. After that, he started how we have to handle the money. He explained 9 tips, with each tips with stories. This is the best way to attract the audience to the speech. The examples can easily understand the pupil than theory. So the speech was very easy to understand and very easy to capture the points. And each 3, I listened, each 3 point, he was saying money is like a fire. So his title is always reminding us, money is like a fire. And the speech was excellent, well connected, proper start, beginning, body, and conclusion. Even though he's completed his keynote speech. So there are some areas I would like to suggest for him for his improvement. First suggestion is his camera adjustment. His camera was up to here. So it was very near and we are unable to see full gestures. If you can little bit keep distance and keep the camera straight to your eye, it will be more connected with the pupil or audience. The second point is add conversation. You have a lot of areas to add the conversation in your speech. So if you can add conversation, you will get more space for your voice modulation. And finally, the audience interaction. This is a 12-minute speech. So if you can add some interaction with the audience, that will be great. Overall, the speech was excellent. If you can add these 3 suggestions, the speech will be going to the next level. Thank you. Over to you, the general evaluator. Now, let us move to other next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Jabir Ali's speech, we have another eminent personality. He had a graduation in commerce and postgraduate diploma in hotel management. Worked in Oman for 6 years. 6 last years working in KSA with a leading coffee brand Dunkin' as a training lead in training department. Let me invite Toastmaster Mohammad Sakir to evaluate Toastmaster Jabir Ali's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nandu Kottaran. A special warm good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Jabir Ali. What a speech. What a delivery. It's my pleasure that I got the chance to listen both his first speech and the second speech after applying the feedback. What an improvement when I compare with both speech. That's what we need to achieve from the Toastmastery, right? When we look at the structure of the speech, it was a strong script, the power of joy. I hope every one of us now understand the power of joy, how it will influence in our day-to-day life, our short family, a small family life, how we will implement it. He gave his speech with a quote from Bhagavad Gita that was very useful. Teach us to celebrate small joys, small happiness in our life. Appreciate his confidence of storytelling. Spoke about the great Alexander, and he gave a lot of examples. We came to this world with empty hands, and we will leave the world with empty hands. The importance of time, he mentioned, because the time it's very limited, it's precious. He very well furnished the importance of time. We can produce more wealth, and we cannot produce more time. That's the message he passed through. Finally, he explained the role of a father in a family with examples that was well connected with the topic. Since we are in a prepared speech, Toastmaster Jabir Ali, your way of speaking was well confident. I go through the recommendations given by the previous speech evaluator. One, it was vocal variety usage. You can use different variations in sound. The second one was eye contact with the audience. And you made it. Compared with your last speech, it was awesome. You completely adopt the recommendations from the last speech evaluator and very well applied it. All the best for your future pathways and levels. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Sakir, for a great evaluation. I would like to request the speaker to take a note about this evaluation. Now, let us move to the next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Mohammad Iqbal's speech, we have another eminent and energetic Toastmaster. She is a software engineer, currently a home worker who chases her dreams. Let me invite Toastmaster Neetu Redish to evaluate Toastmaster Mohammad Iqbal's speech.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My speaker, Mohammad Iqbal Qasim, has his L1P2 first speech, evaluation and feedback with the topic First Thing First by Stephen Iver. He started his speech with another word and he slowly moved to his topic. It was a nice movement from one wordings to the another. He presented the speech in a good manner. He had body, he made the speech in well constructed way. It had body, good message, and conclusion part. He also gave us the information how wise man put first thing first and the last thing last. He mentioned about 7 habits which we should follow and to get a good life. He also explained very well about 4 quadrants with simple examples which we'll be able to understand nicely. And he also concluded his speech with 3 Ds which we should follow and we should apply in our life. He has given a good information to the audience, and he also engaged the audience to think and help us to implement the same in our life. With well-constructed speech, he had a good body language, he had a good eye contact. He also made the audience very comfortable. And my humble suggestion to him to take his speech to the next level is just have a small breath before taking your speech. Just get relaxed. Just get a long breath and relax before you take a speech. But sometimes I'm not taking, but just I'm giving an example. See, everyone will be having nervous, but sometimes we have to overcome. Then only we can move forward. It's not good to give this information to others. We should also follow the same. I'm agreeing with that. There is no other thing. And you have a great stage space. You could have utilized that very well. And with good body language also, every time you will be in this way. At least you can have your body movement and your hands in a relaxed way. So it feels the audience that you are relaxed and you are ready for the speech. I wish you good luck, and please accept this as a small suggestion from me, and I wish you best luck for the next speech. Back to the Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Needu, for a great evaluation. This is very important. Before we are starting, we need to have a great, deep breath. Now let us move to the next evaluation of Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. To evaluate Toastmaster Hassan Hussain's speech, we have another very energetic, very experienced Toastmaster. He is a management graduate and a logistic professional working as a branch manager at Freight World Riyadh, married and having 3 kids. Let me invite Toastmaster Muhammad Mateen to evaluate Toastmaster Hassan Hussein's speech.
Thank you very much for that generous introduction. Tonight, the speaker, the meeting, the speech title was Meeting the Deadlines. What an exemplary speech it was. Our speaker was quiet and calm. He had all the confidence with all the experience he has had with giving all this speeches. We could see all that in him. It was an excellent speech. The speech was related to the theme future back, and you used the word procrastination in your speech. You had a great opening with the quote. The voice was confident. You were within the camera frame. Your background was excellent. You were calm throughout the speech. You used a personal story where you said that how you delegated your assignment and got it done within that time frame, even though you are against multitasking. The message, there was a personal message to the audience. You listed it out in 4. You said that list your day, plan your day, delegate, and no to multitasking. When you say plan your day, you say how you have to plan. You talked about to-do list. And then you said about the most important thing which we need to do is trust our subordinates and do not do the multitasking. The ending was great. You gave a recap all the complete content what you spoke about, and there was a punchline message to have a stress-free life. If at all, if I have to, the clarity was excellent, the vocal variety was great, eye contact was great, your gestures were great, audience awareness, you got them the audience awareness, your comfort level was great, the interest of the content was great, it was related, it was excellent, delivery of the speech was also excellent. If at all, if I have to suggest something for you, Hassan Hussain, you had everything in the speech. Only thing what was missing was humor. You gave a positive story about the time management, how to do the positive, how you did it positively. What I suggest is, since time management affects us all, you could have added a negative story as well, which affects people in case you don't do it on time. And you were more comfortable, but you could have smiled and made others feel more comfortable on that. With these few things, I think you would reach to the very next level of the speech. Overall, it was a great speech, and I congratulate you for doing it and being on time, with the time, and with the theme. Thank you, and over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mateen, for a great evaluation, great and detailed evaluation. Now let us move to our next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam's speech, we have another eminent personality. He's coming from Pondicherry, studied tourism management and 14 years working in travel industry, and last 3 years with Almarai Travel Department. Let me invite Toastmaster Karunagaran to evaluate Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam's speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Congratulations to my speaker, Dr. Arunachalam. Marcus Tullius quoting, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of all virtues, it is the parent of all others." What a nice topic he has chosen. My parents, my mentor. Rightly, he has chosen that topic. And today I saw that all the topics chosen by all the speech content given by our Toastmaster, starting from Toastmaster Sunny, he prepared the foundation and everyone started coming and hammering the nail. And finally, my speaker and gave the final punch, hard punch to our minds. It was a wonderful speech. What are the points I liked in his speech? Initially, he started by telling what mentor provides. Everyone may have the doubts. What is this mentoring? What mentor is giving? The first itself, he says, it is inspiration. This is the way, no? Without inspiration, no one can get near to the mentor. So the important aspect of the mentoring is inspiration. Your mentor should inspire you. Yes, today my speaker, Dr. Arunachalam, inspired me. Yes, he became a mentor. And the second point, which I liked very most, is he said not only teachers or parents or coaches, the regular people which we encounter day-to-day life, they also can become our mentor. Fantastic thought. And he came into stages, 3 stages. Who are all his mentor? He started with the parent. Yes, other than parent, who can envision dream in our mind? Who can push us towards our goal? The first place always goes to the parent. Then he comes to the teachers or professors. Who can envision? Yes, we have that dream. The destination is ready. Which bus we have to catch? Our professors tells us, teachers tells us. He told us what visions his professor gave. Then comes to his co-worker or colleague or his friend, Dr. Sundar. The final mentor is like our co-passenger who sits next to us and he makes sure that we are not getting out of the bus in the wrong places. We should get out of the bus in our right destination. That is what our co-passenger, that is our colleague, our mentor, our closest mentor can do. What a wonderful way to come with stage by stage. And finally, he said that what he will do as a mentor when he becomes, he's always available. I'm telling all the new Toastmaster, please choose him as your mentor. He will be very much rightly helpful for you. And he envisions his dream to take TAJ into the Toastmaster ladder, the top of the Toastmaster ladder. The two suggestions or two improvements, what I would say is, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, you would have added your personal story, some small anecdote that would have added, no, the required salt in your speech. Your speech was sweet. To make it more sweetest, better always try to bring some small story that will give more punch. Then I would recommend you to go through the project objectives more than 5 or 6 times, because each time when you read the project objectives, you will get different idea. Better to go to the project objectives more than 5 or 6 times, so that it will allow you to keep in the track, because the 2 objectives you saw that. In a summary, yes, you did an excellent one. You nailed it, all the points. And from the, I saw your evaluation from a Toastmasters to the mentor. Now already you became a mentor. If you add those 2 points, your speech would be excellent. Thank you and congratulations to you. Go to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karunakaran, for the detailed evaluation. Now, let us move. Our prepared speech evaluation is completed. But still, there is a 2 evaluation pending. That is a very difficult evaluation of the evaluator. To evaluate the evaluator, we have 2 champion evaluators. To evaluate Toastmaster Mohammed Sakir evaluation, we have a well-experienced, enthusiastic, energetic, and dedicated evaluator. Let me welcome Toastmaster Manas Al-Bukhari.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. My dear fellow Toastmasters and our evaluator for today, Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, a very warm good evening. The art of evaluation is in approaching the speech with absolute honesty and giving a solid evaluation. There are a lot of strategies which a lot of evaluators use. And today, the strategy used by our evaluator was very great. And it is the most used one. He was motivating the speaker. What he did was he listened very carefully to the speaker. He told phrases and quotes from that speech. And he explained it in his version, so that the speaker is now confident that, okay, he has listened completely to the speech and now he's evaluating me. When it comes to evaluation, he also looked at the evaluating criteria mentioned in Toastmasters International, and he said that his evaluation criteria is to check whether the recommendations are met. And he said that vocal variety and eye contact was the previous recommendation, which was well met in his speech. That is fantastic job done. As an evaluator, you did 100% justice to what your evaluation. But Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, evaluation gets complete in a very simple manner. That is, you praise the speaker, you give him recommendations, and then you again praise the speaker. We call it the sandwich method of evaluation. So what our evaluator actually did today was that he praised the speaker a lot, but he did not give any recommendations for his next speech, what exactly he need to improve. And I was looking at the speaker, and the speaker was eagerly looking at the evaluator to note down the recommendation, what exactly, so Toastmaster Jabir Ali, it's very difficult to evaluate him because he was an amazing speaker. But, some point of recommendations has to be made as an evaluator. And every speaker, if we are not evaluating the speaker, if we are evaluating a speech, every speech will have some scope of improvement. And if you look at the recommendation, the evaluation criteria, there are around 7 points: clarity of speech, vocal variety, eye contact, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, whether he applied the feedback. So there's a list of things, guidelines given by Toastmasters International. Did he follow all those things? This would elevate by looking at each variety. Was there voice clarity, vocal variety? Was he maintaining eye contact? Was he interacting with the audience? All these are scopes which we could give as recommendations to the speaker and put in a nice, soft manner. So I would use I would recommend Toastmaster Jabir Ali to improve his interactions with the audience because it was an amazing story. If you would interact with the audience, it would have gone to the next level. Toastmaster Shakir, take this as an opportunity area and build on these few small recommendations which I had mentioned. And I'm sure you will be an outstanding evaluator in the upcoming sessions. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manas Al-Bukhari, for a great and generous evaluation and lot of points we have to learn from him. Now, let me welcome another evaluation champion. His very softness of character, kindness, responsive, and tolerance. He's always ready to support any time. He's our VP Education, President-elect. Let me welcome Toastmaster Sundar Ramalingam to evaluate Toastmaster Neetu Ridish.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and all my dear friends and my evaluator whom I am going to evaluate, a pleasant good evening to you all. What is the need for an evaluation? So we all wonder, why do we evaluate speech, give this constructive feedback? What does that really help us in real life? Believe me, I find it really helpful when I say to my wife that the sandwich that you made is really good, but you could have added a little bit more cheese. So we have heard a lot of sandwiches in those evaluation techniques that has happened before. So I'm not going to give you an extra sandwich. So with Toastmaster Neetu's evaluation, we saw a systematic evaluation that was done. She went on to go to the 3 core aspects of the evaluation, which is analysis, recommendations, and the summary. All 3 of them were splendidly done. If you look at the analysis, she broke down the speech from the opening, from the body, then the conclusion. And the best part is, like, she was giving out snippets of information, like the examples of the 7 habits, the 4-quadrant system of defining people, and also how we ended with those 3 D words. All of those are really splendid way of doing an analysis. Like, say, you not only break apart the speech and give out the information for what was conveyed to the audience, but you also bring out those highlight aspects. So this is mark of a good evaluator. And then next, what happened is, like, she went on to give the recommendation. So this was one thing that was really striking in the recommendation that was given by Toastmaster Neetu was the practical recommendation. Most of us fail to do it. We take a breath and then deliver our speech that makes us a little bit relaxed. Of course, she did not implement it. And in fact, she gave that as a personal example. So that is how we normally give recommendations when we give an evaluation. Any recommendation that you put forward to your speaker, try to exemplify it. If you act out the recommendation, that goes on a better fashion to your speaker rather than just speaking out in words. And then the third thing was, like, she got on to the summary, which was like overall, and then ended with an encouraging note so that our speaker, the primary target speaker, Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim, is enthusiastic enough to go ahead and deliver his next speech. These were the best parts of the evaluation which was delivered by Toastmaster Neetu. That is the analysis, which was elaborate, then the recommendation, which was practical, and then a final summary and an encouraging closure. Now, my job is to give recommendations to my evaluator. So what could be done better? Even an evaluation has a great scope for improvement. So first thing is, like, an analysis, you could always highlight 2 or 3 positive points that were so attracting to you. So when you say that the speaker is really enthusiastic, like, oh my God, I have really impressed upon someone in my speech. So that is the amount of encouragement that will give when you say 2 or 3 positive points. The second thing is, like, I had already touched upon this one, that is to exemplify all your recommendations. There are a few recommendations which you missed out. For example, you told about the stage usage. You can say, like, say, for example, your stage was here. When you're speaking about a particular character or a particular scenario, you could stick on to this part of the stage. When you're talking about gestures like the heart, okay, you could amplify those gestures. So such kind of recommendations could have been added upon. And then finally, the last thing that I would suggest to Toastmaster Neetu is, like, you are an evaluator. You are evaluating. So you are at a powerful position. Always be relaxed and deliver with calmness. On the whole, it was a great evaluation. Well done to encourage the speaker. With these recommendation points, I am sure we have yet another champion evaluator developing in our club. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, for a great and detailed evaluation. Now, we completed the evaluation session, but the time is running like a horse. I'm trying to run behind on that. So I request all team leaders to do not take more than 1 minute to give your report. Now, let us go to the team leaders report. Let me welcome Toastmaster Salahuddin to deliver his counter report.
Good evening, Toastmasters. TM Jabir Ali used one time, and TM Muhammad Shakir used one time, and TM Muhammad Mateen used one time. That's all from counter. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salahuddin. What a great and detailed report. Now let us hear from our grammarian, Toastmaster Karthikeyan.
Yes. Once again, good evening to all the Toastmasters. First of all, I like to congratulate all the speakers for their excellent speech, with very good delivered with the outstanding words, quotes, and thoughts. Today, I have noticed very few grammatical words. Instead of she was classmate, she was a classmate. My topic for the day, as my topic of the day. Today we are sitting here. Today we are here. When I was young. Apart from this, I have noticed several good thoughts today. Money is like a fire; it will destroy everything. If we don't spend it proper, it will spoil us. Elegant girl of 11 years. Spend money by the weight of your pocket. Be optimistic in thinking, very pessimist in spending. Go for the bank loan for only productive purposes. Enjoy the beautiful life by us and for others. Money is like a fire. Time is the most precious thing in the world. Time is our life. Dear friends, laugh and live. Make happiness by our laughter. Put first thing as first. Do it, delegate it, and delete it. Time is the only thing in your life that you will never get back. List it, plan it, delegate it, and don't do the multitasking. Keep trusting the subordinates. Procrastinate your struggles. We will work with TAJ to become a best club in the world. Thank you. Back to the evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Grammarian, Toastmaster Karthikeyan. Now the meeting link is in the chat box. The voting link is in the chat box for the best evaluator. Please vote and let us move to the next meeting leader report, that is Wordmaster report. To deliver this Wordmaster report, let me invite Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir.
Thank you and good evening to all once again. The word of the day was procrastinate, and many of us we used this word today. Happy to say that. Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ravlingam used it once. Toastmaster Manaz Al-Bukhari used the word 3 times. Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim used the word 4 times. Toastmaster Mohammad Mateen used the word 2 times. Toastmaster Mohammad Hassan Hussain used the word once. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam used the word 3 times. And Toastmaster Nandu Kotarat used the word 1 time. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir. Now, let us hear from our timer, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, once again. The screen is visible now?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. The first speaker, Toastmaster Sunny Kurubala, he took 22 minutes and 25 seconds. Toastmaster Jabir Ali, he took 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal, he took 6 minutes, 37 seconds. Toastmaster Hassan Hussain, he took 7 minutes, 27 seconds. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, he took 6 minutes, 40 seconds. For the evaluation session, Toastmaster Nandu Kotarat, he took 3 minutes 41 seconds. Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir, he took 2 minutes 57 seconds. Toastmaster Neetu Ratish, she took 2 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Muhammad Mateen, he took 2 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Karnagaran, he took 3 minutes to 20 seconds. Toastmaster Manaz Al Bukhari, he took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, he took 3 minutes 38 seconds. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil Irikula. Now, let us vote for the best meeting leader. While the meeting is going on, let me give General Evaluators report. Meeting started at 7:16. 1 minute late. Sergeant at Arms started the meeting with a great energy. Presiding officer invited the guest properly. And let me give special appreciation to Toastmaster Shijo Mon for his effort for the quarterly magazine. Give him a round of applause. All the speeches was excellent and the great evaluation and value-added evaluation. Let me congratulate our new evaluators, Toastmaster Muhammad Sakir and Toastmaster Neetu Radesh. Give them a round of applause. Now I have some few suggestions for this meeting. The first thing is, always when I'm a general evaluator, I'm always saying about open your video. Let us see all of you, then only the speakers can bring their full energy to the speech. When I observe 50% of us are switch off the camera. The second thing is, I would like to request all the meeting leaders to join at least 2 minutes before the meeting starts, so we can avoid the last minute confusion. Apart from this, the meeting was excellent. All role players did a great job. We have completed a lot of things today, so we cannot say anything about the time. So the excellent meeting. Kudos all. Great meeting. Over to you, Channel Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Dear Toastmasters, I would like to raise a motion. We are running 10 minutes late, and we would like to extend the meeting. I would like to raise a motion that I would like to extend the meeting for another 10 minutes, 9:40.
I second the motion.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar and Toastmaster Mateen for seconding the motion. Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for that awesome evaluation, and extreme apologies from my side for delaying the meeting, because I take up the onus of delaying the meeting by talking a lot on future back and destroying the future back dream of Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh that we end meetings on time. However, it was amazing to see all of you speak and to understand that all of you understood the impact of telling and sharing our dream to others so that we would be able to accomplish our dream. In another forum, I am definitely going to tell more about future back dreams. Since we are running short of time, I would like to wind up today's meeting, educational session, and hand over the podium to the presiding officer, which is none other than me. Let's give a round of applause to the Toastmaster of the evening, myself, and Toastmaster Nandu Kotarat for an amazing meeting tonight. Thank you all. And I, as the presiding officer, would like to call upon the voting link is on, the best of big voting is on, so please kindly vote so that we can finish of the meeting on time as per the new motion raised. While the voting is going on, I could see here Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari here from the beginning is here. Distinguished Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari, would you like to give a small feedback on our meeting?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, our presiding officer. Respected all. Good evening. Actually, I love to attend meetings because you people are amazing. Miss Taji, all people, your meeting is something different. I feel that every time whenever I'm joining, so every time I just check my Instagram and our Division B flyers where I can go. So last 2-3 I missed because of our club election and one club election in same day, and area election I missed that one. So I love to attend, and today especially the speech by Toastmasters, our area director, Toastmasters Sunny Kuivilla, and other speakers. This amazing topics, and to realize that yet how far we are from our things, what we are right on track or not. So these are eye opener for all of us, and we are learning a lot. So thank you so much for conducting meetings and all that. And please just share it as you are sharing it in the Instagram or Facebook. So I love to join each and every meeting. Thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari. That was DTM Shekhar Tiwari, who is a Division F director. Division F is one of the president's distinguished division. It is this was said by DTM Sridhar last night. It's not easy to be a division, a distinguished division. It's not an easy task, and kudos to all your effort, and wish you all the best for the upcoming elections as Club Growth Director.
Thank you so much.
I take this opportunity also to wish our distinguished Toastmaster SR Sridhar for his upcoming election as Program Quality Director for District 79, Dr. Mahesh for Division B Director for District 79, and Toastmaster Nandu Kotaret for Area 6 Director, and I should not miss out Toastmaster Naresh, who is contesting for Division N Director. Wish you all the best, my dear fellow Tajians, and I believe results are up. Our VP Education, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar, please would you like to announce yourself? The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer. So we are here ready with the results now. Okay. For the best prepared speaker, Toastmaster. For the best evaluator, it was Toastmaster Karnakaran. For the best meeting leader, we have Toastmaster Karthik. The best of big three, we have Toastmaster Maharaj. Congratulations to all the winners. Back to you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Very much, Woodmaster, and many congratulations to all the meeting winners. It is always a privilege to be attending TAJ Toastmasters meeting, and I thank you all for your wholehearted participation. And it's time for us to wind up our meeting. Before winding up our meeting, let us listen to our national anthem. Let's stand up and raise for the national anthem.
I request every one of you to stand up and stay silent for the national anthem.
Janagana mana adhinayaka jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkal Vanga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you very much. The meeting is officially adjourned.
Thank you all for the great meeting. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Toastmasters,
Can you stop the live?
for multitasking.
Sir, can you stop the live?
Here all, this is one of the main thing